All right, welcome to Z Family Night. Great to see all your faces on tonight. We're going to do a couple different things tonight. Z Family Night is a way for us to get to know each other, get to know the leaders, so that you know that we are a family here, and we are definitely wanting to help each and every one of you succeed in your business. And we have different calls, different nights that we do training. We do training on Saturday morning, and we're going to actually extend that. Michael and I talked this morning about that. We're going to extend it for an hour instead of a half hour, so that we can get, a really good meat and potatoes in that training. And I think that, obviously if you can't stay for that full hour, that's fine. Do what you need to do, but we want to definitely extend that because we have a lot to teach on each and every Saturday. So that being said, we have a lot of leaders on this team that I would like to get you to know. And I think, each and every one of you are leaders. We believe that 100%. We are growing up leaders every single day. But I would like for each of you to get to know, as we grow, our leaders that we have. So, when you see them on the Facebook page, you will know exactly where that person comes from, who her team is, his team is. And we have an amazing group of leaders that I rely on each and every day to help me help you. So that being said, I am going to call on one or two of them tonight and have them tell you where they're living, why they're with Transact Card, what they did before Transact Card. And I just think that's very important for, a family to know each other, right? So that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to call on a couple, and then we have a great second half where we are going to look into how the money is made. I don't know if any of you attended Aaron and Brett's training last night, but they talked about how the money is made, and I love the way the video is shared. Steve Yurchevich is going to take over that particular part of it, because he did post a Facebook post, I think it was a couple days ago, asking about some things, and I'm going to let him go ahead and take over on that part, and we will just go ahead and rewatch that video. No sense in reinventing the wheel. I think Brett does a great job of training on that. So I am going to call on tonight. I'm going to share one of our leaders with you. And for some reason, the one I was going to call on took her picture down. It's no longer there. Someone else is recording, it sounds like. What's going on? All right, you guys. Oh, there she is. All right. Trish DeMarcus, I want you to come on tonight and share just whatever you have on your heart, who you are, where you live, what your team is like, what do you do to build Transact Card, why are you here with us, and what you had been doing up until this point.
Hello. Hi. Thanks, Colette. Oh, there's a little echo, right? Okay. So yeah, I live in St. George, Utah, so in southern Utah. And let me see. What I've been doing is the last 5 years, I've been completely and totally working on personal development and growth and helping others do that as well. So that's how I met Colette and actually Michael Zappia. And I would say both of them mentored me and grew alongside with me as we built another company. And so when Colette called me, I absolutely had to listen to what she had to talk about, because I had such a good relationship with her. And I knew if something got Colette excited, I was worth looking at. And I help people with elements. I call them, Michael calls them pillars. They're called universally, everyone knows them, 7 different areas. And so for this was the financial element, or the financial pillar. And I knew that was something that so many people needed help with. So I love to build what Michael calls belly to belly. So actual, real, true relationships. And how I do that is I plan a lot of fun things. I plan a lot of activities, and I get out and I create it. Or I choose to go to other people's activities. So you can find activities all over the internet, meetup, go on group hikes. I go to sound baths, whatever I'm into, I go do. Meet people at the gym, just meet people out in life. And that took me a long time because I used to be completely one of those extroverted introverts. So I took a long time to grow out of that. But I really do feel that this is the relationship business, which just means I get to just be out in life and have fun and enjoy it. And that's my work. So I do presentations usually once a week, in-home presentations where people can just invite and then they can get actual information. And that's how I have grown this and have an amazing team of people around me. And so, yeah, I'm here to support you too. And when I help Colette as much as I can and would love to continue. So nice to meet y'all. And if you have anyone in Utah coming through, plug them in. You can definitely come and send them over my way and we'll definitely treat them right for you.
She sure will, you guys. She does an awesome job and she has a great support team and system there. So definitely don't be shy. Reach out. They can go to her in-house events and she does an incredible job there. So thank you so much, Trish. I knew you that I didn't warn Trish that I was going to, I don't know if warn's the right word, but I did not give her a heads up that I was going to call on her tonight, but she always does such a gracious job of taking it on no matter what we put in her path. So thank you, Trish. All right. So the next one is going to be Mr. Michael Zappia. I'm going to bring him on because a lot of you probably don't know his story and a lot of you do, but I think it's important for you to get to know him as well. So Zap, take it away.
Thank you, Colette. Trish, how's it going? That was wonderful. Did everyone see Trish's video yesterday where she was doing a podcast and she talked about the power of relationships? That was really awesome. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hello. I see Suzanne Kitchens is with us too. So hello, Suzanne. I'm excited to be here. I've been in this profession of networking and the relationship business. A lot of us call it the relationship business, properly called that because it really is all about relationships. But I've been in this profession now going on 21 years. It changed my life. I have so many people in this world that I call friends because of this profession. And quite frankly, when I'm not building something, I feel like there's an emptiness in my life. I took some time off. I'm sure many people on the screen that have been a part of this profession for a while have had some moments where you're engaged in something, and then there's some times when you're not. And when you're not, it just feels like there's something missing. So I encourage all of you to always be building a network of people. I met Colette about 5 years ago. She came to me with a ton of intensity, and she said that she wanted to be a part of a team that I was building, and the rest is history. We became fast friends. We were cross-lined to one another, which meant we weren't a part of each other's team in a previous company. But you know what? Like attracts like. And I'm sure a lot of you have experienced that in your life. People are magnets to one another. Good people tend to get together with other good people, and bad people tend to run in the same circles. So with other bad people. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be a mentor on this team. I love my role on this team. It's a little bit different than anything I've ever done before, because in the past I've had to just carry the weight of the team on my shoulders by myself, put the system in place, make the graphics, do all that stuff. But because of the awesome team we have here, Colette is leading this organization. I'm supporting her. I'm by her side. Certainly not giving up the opportunity to lead, because I do love to lead, but it's just fun to get behind the leader and just help her be great at what she does. And she's incredible at what she does. So I'm here to support this team, to teach this team as best I can. And quite frankly, with Trish and Colette and some of the people on this team and Mark and Steve Yurjevich, we've got some exceptional leaders on this team that can lead this thing with or without me. I just like being able to plug in and not have to be everything to everybody. With that being said, Colette's going to kind of guide the team and let me know when she wants me to chime in and to teach and help. And I'm going to be recruiting a lot of people in the next 90 days too, because I want these numbers on this screen to grow from 46 to 460. And then I want them to grow to 4,600. I want to see this team explode. So excited to work with all of you. And thank you, Colette. Appreciate you.
Sorry about that. Somehow I did not come unmuted. That's great, Michael. Thank you so much for that. And I really do believe the two of us, and maybe even maybe it was like 16 of us manifested what we've got here today. I think that we put this together, and I think it's happening exactly how it was supposed to happen. And, you know, the parts that you get to take on are the parts you really love. The parts that I get to take on are the parts I really love. And we both get to just help each other and the rest of the team out. So I'm just thrilled with the way that it's all working out, because there's some things that, you know, I'm not really thrilled about doing. And Michael loves that part. So I won't say what part that is, but he's just great at mentoring and teaching. And, you know, this guy has a lot of talents with graphics, like he said, and those are the things that give him great joy. And I think a good stress reliever. So I definitely want him to continue with those kind of things, because he also makes our page look very beautiful. And so does Brian Howard. So grateful for this team, grateful for all the different talents. And so, you know, as we raise up leaders and people come up with, you know, what talents they have, we definitely want to use that as well. We one day want to step away. We want to be able to pass this over to the leaders and that we've raised up. And I'm just excited about it. So thank you so much, Michael, for coming on and sharing. There's so much more to his story, and you'll all hear about it, I'm sure, throughout all of the teachings and stuff that he'll be on Saturday morning. So thank you. Thank you very much. And our next one that I'm going to bring on is Mr. Mark Langley. Mark, are you still here?
Yes, I am. I am here.
Awesome.
My name is Mark Langley, out of Palm Coast, Florida. That's on the East Coast, about an hour south of Jacksonville. I'm here to help anybody in any way on this team. And if there's anything that I can do for you guys, just let me know. I got into this industry way back when Amway only had a fire extinguisher and soap powder. I think I was probably 18 at the time and stuff, but a lot of things come past and everything. I didn't do very well with Amway, but I did well with another company that I was with Michael in, and that was called VM Direct. And the value of having a good mentor, I'll tell you right now, and you put this and you take this in your pipe. If you have the right person training you, the right people like Colette and like Michael Zappi and a lot of other leaders on this team, even though Michael and I were in the same company, you know, I made thousands and I was doing really good, making thousands of dollars a month. Michael was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month because of his coaching and relationship with Richard Call and stuff. So listen to what he says. He learned from one of the best. And I knew Richard, and Richard was one of the best out there ever. So just the only thing I can say is stay plugged in, listen, and be coachable and teachable. And you're going to do very well in this business. Just stick with it. That's it.
Thank you, Mark. You are amazing. He's grown a fantastic team out there in Florida. And, you know, I'm sure he has several others. I know there's some in a pretty good sized team going in Massachusetts as well on Mark's team. But he is a great leader and very, very coachable. His words right there, coachable. And it's amazing. He probably knows way more than me, but he's still coachable. So anyway, thank you so much, Mark. And I love working with you. Thanks for adding to our call tonight. All right. The next one that I'm going to bring on, if she's up to it, I'm going to bring on Annabelle Restrepo. Annabelle, are you there?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello, everybody. I have a 2-year on the background, so if I'm you know why. I love this team. I really am honored to be part of this team with Colette Daniels and Michael Zappia and all the beautiful people that I was able to meet at the launch. So I've been in the space close to 20 years, and I met them about 5 years ago and locked arms with them. We were Team U at that time, so all the teachings that I've had has actually propelled me to the next level and been able to do some great things with this company. I do have prior experience with another amazing company where I hold a good position there. Unfortunately, you know, when COVID happened, right, we were all confined, and one of the products there is something about sharing. And so when you share, with the contamination, conscious and all that, it kind of took a dive, but I'm still quite active in that company, but it's nothing like this, you guys. This is really, really gold. So I'm really, really excited. I live here in California. I'm originally from Ecuador. And when I was 2 years old, my Granny put me into her backpack and just decided to come for her American dream, which has turned out to be my American dream here in the United States. So I'm really, really excited. And I am going through some challenges right now with loved ones that are very critically ill. But maybe that's for another Zoom. So thank you so much for having me. And yes, I am very fluent in Spanish. So if anyone needs me in that type of arena, I'm happy to do a three-way video. It has to be video for me though. Okay. All right then. Thank you so much. I hope that was enough.
Absolutely, Annabelle. You are amazing. And she does a fantastic overview in Spanish. She's got a great team that helps her out in the Spanish arena, you guys. And our goal is to put together a library of different videos that will, go through lots and lots of things, mentorship and things of how to do how-to videos on the actual business, or, how to set up a DBO, how to set up a TCM, all the different things we will be working on. And Annabelle and her team have graciously agreed to put together everything we do in Spanish as well, so that we will have this library for people to just go out and find what they need. And it's going to be incredible. And I think we can have it done probably within the next month or so. We're all going to start working on that, and it's going to be great. So thank you so much, Annabelle. And I really appreciate you. And she does have her little 2-year-old with her right there, and he keeps her busy when I look at the chair. I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and call on our next leader, and he's going to take it from after he introduces himself and tells a little bit about his background. Then he'll go ahead and take us to the next portion of our call tonight. Okay, so Steve Yurjevich, can you come on?
I sure can. Let me move this out of the way. Thank you, Colette, for introducing. Thanks to all the everyone that's on the screen, as well as everyone who actually spoke tonight, because what I'd like to first say is that you could see, if you're new here, or if you've been here a while, everybody that's on the screen is just a normal person. We're just all real. And we're all people that got aligned with a fantastic company that is putting itself in position to be a major disruption on many areas. So yeah, my name is Steve Yurjevich. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I met Michael Zappia actually in another venture just a few short years ago, and we instantly clicked. We met in Las Vegas. We were invited by a group of people, and we met. And I'd say, was it love at first sight, Michael? Would you say that's what it was?
Yeah, sure was.
Yeah, so we just met and we clicked instantly, and I attached to his energy as well, and we stayed in touch. The other thing was centered around sports, which we both love, and we stayed in touch, but it didn't. Too many cooks were spoiling the stew, I guess, and it didn't pan out. But we did stay in touch, and we knew we were going to end up working together at some point. So, Colette was in that company as well. We all, and a few others that might be on the screen, but that's my story. But it's great that anyone who's here. You already won if you showed up here, simply because you saw something before America's actually ready to see what this is. You're all visionaries, and you stepped up to the plate, and that's why the company's rewarding us so handsomely. And you're going to see in just a minute what exactly I mean by being able to be rewarded. Anybody recognize this little guy here? Trish, you know who this is? Yeah, Annabelle. Yeah, you probably all think this is a green pig. Yeah, Mark's got his as well. Do anybody know what PIG stands for? passive, it's passive income generator. That's what this pig means. So keep that in mind, because you're going to see this all over the place sometime really soon. So that's my short and sweet story. There's Colette, do you want to
Yep.
you're handling the controls?
Yes,
So
I do.
my-
But first, I want to say, you guys, isn't it incredible how all of these leaders are in a different state? That is just so exciting to me that we have leaders probably in every single state of the United States, and that's just so exciting that we can build our business through this Zoom. And several years back, did not have this. Michael and Mark came from a company years ago that was trying to do this exact same thing. And here we are. And I just think that is so incredible that we have a tool such as Zoom that we can build and be in touch. We can't really feel each other's energy as much as we could in person, but hey, it's a good second stream. And I'm just so excited about that. So I just wanted to point that out. And I know each and every one of you are from a different state. So very incredible. And so now we're going to go ahead and jump to the next half of this. Go ahead. I'll go ahead and share it, Steve, but I want you to go ahead and tee it up from what your post was in Facebook first.
Yeah. So a week ago, I just reached out on the Z Team page and did a video, and I simply asked to put the comments down below. I just wanted to know what your number would be. Number meaning what amount of money would be transformational to you and your family, or allow you to do what you set out to do and why you even came here to begin with. And that was the reason I posted the video and wanted you to put comments. And there was everything in there from a couple $1,000s, which we knew there would be, to 10,000 to 20,000, and then a few people that caught on to the company's in the revenue plan, the company has a cap of $2 million a month. And there's a reason they put the 2 million, not for a pie in the sky type of thing. They put 2 million a month because they ran metrics and numbers. And with what we're about to show you, that is legitimately a possibility. And we will have people actually do that and do it rather quickly. But anybody here on the screen can hit the number that you're looking for, and your number can change and increase and grow. But these numbers are real. The calculator we're going to show you is just based on some things that's already happened when we did have cards, and we just scaled it. We just took that amounts and we just scaled it into as we would continue to grow things out. So if you had a number in mind and you remember what you put in the comments from a week ago, let's see if those numbers show up here on the calculator as we go. And Brett Rinks, I think a guy named George is actually the person that developed. I think it's around minute 14. Colette, Brett Rinks is the person narrating with Aaron Whittier from Team Impact.
Is it a minute 14? I thought this is where he starts talking about it and bringing Brett in.
Yeah, no, I mean Brett comes on around 14, so you can tee it up or.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and start right here. And
Yep.
I think this will be good. Okay.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy growth, right? Just because I found some incredible people who found some incredible people who found some incredible people, right? So the reason I'm telling you this story is the multiplier. And when Brett and I talked about this and went through a calculator and figured out the potential with the multiplier, we were blown away. And Brett's going to show you tonight, and it's going to blow you away. And my goal tonight, Brett's goal, Lava's goal, okay, we talked about it, this training. Our goal tonight is to inspire you to see the potential in these next 26 days of building your team as big as you can and get as many founders on your team as you can before the end of the year. Because it's the multiplier. If you're here to make money, it's go time. Like it's like no sleep, no sleep phase. You got to sleep, but you know what I'm saying? It's just talk to anyone, talk to everyone, add everybody to our ATM page. You know, it's just all out massive action right now. Okay. If you want, okay. If you want. So I want you to think of it this way as well. Think of it as if you had only 26 days to build your team. In other words, you couldn't sign up any other DBOs after December 31st. It was done. They said, oh, we're shutting off. We're closing it down. No one else can come on board as DBOs. Would you talk to more people if you had that cutoff? If you knew that you wouldn't be able to recruit anyone after the end of the year, would you be like, oh, I guess I got to talk to everybody fast, right? So maybe have that mentality, right? Because that'll push you. So trick yourself into thinking, I can only bring on people until December 31st. Now, obviously, the quicker you do it, the better, right? Because they have to go get 3 customers to become a founder. So you have to give them some time. So it's, tomorrow or tonight, whatever. It's time to message everybody. Get them the video, get them on Zooms, get them on the Blitz calls tomorrow, whatever it takes for massive action for yourself. Because it's all going to multiply. And Brett, share your screen, Brett. Show the people here, the family, if they haven't seen this incredible calculator from our good friend George Teets that built this calculator and this illustrator. And then Brett, Brett's gonna show, if everybody's a founder, what's gonna happen to your income as he shows you all this and the potential. If you have a team of 2 people, 10 people, 30 people, 80 people, whatever, he's going to show you this, the power of this. And hopefully you guys are all going to go, oh my gosh, if you haven't seen it. I did a Zoom and I showed this, I think last night I showed it to a group of people here, a group of new DBOs. And there was some networkers on there, some really successful networkers. And I went through it and I went through the founder and the multiplier, and they were like, oh my gosh. Like that's incredible. Like, can we get this calculator? They're like, this is incredible. They were going nuts after they saw this because they saw the potential. So Brett, I'm done talking. Show everyone the calculator, please.
You got it. And hey, just while you're thinking about your numbers, right? We cut it off June what? What was when we ended the founder program? It was June what? You remember?
I don't remember. I was trying to remember. I don't know if it was like June 18th or something like that. I'm not sure. Anybody else know? That was there then?
Whatever that is. So
June 10th, I do.
June 9th?
I was going to say, I thought it was early June, right? So think about this. Aaron's goal he just talked about. That was a good, 35, 40-day run, right? To do what he did. And can everybody do that? No. Can everybody do that? Yeah. I mean, you can. Doesn't mean you can't, right? You know a couple, who know a couple. So before I show you the numbers, I want every single one on this call to write down, and Aaron, you got to take over the waiting room now that got it. I want you to write down how many DBOs do you want in your organization by the end of the year as a founder, right? And it could be 3. If you're just yourself, you're brand new, you just joined yesterday, you just joined last week, make it 3, make it 5, make it 10. If you've been here for a little bit and you already got a team of a few people, make it 20, make it 50. If you have a large team, make it hundreds, whatever it is. Every single one of you, write down your number right now. Active participation in the classroom. What is your number of DBOs you want in your organization as a founder? All right. So have that number down. No cheating. Everybody do it. Here is what you're getting as a founder. And like Aaron said, this was a game changer. When we saw this and understood how this played out, this is what made us go bonkers with this thing back in May, because it has never been done before in any business, in any career, in any industry that I've ever seen. And I would beg for someone to tell me and prove me wrong, where there's an industry or a company that when you go out and get a commissionable customer, right? You get a sale, you do a commissionable customer. The company says, hey, good job for that sale. Here's an additional commissionable customer for free. Nobody does it. You go sell it, you're a car salesman, right? Michael Zappia. He sells a car on a Saturday. The dealership doesn't say, hey, good job, Michael. We like you a lot. Here's a free customer that we already sold the car for you, but you just get the commission on. Who does that? Nobody does that, right? So as a DBO, operator, That's your get 2-to-1 match. Manager, your 5-to-1 match. Senior manager, 10-to-1 match, right? As you go up in the comp plan, and this is a for life match. So talk about an opportunity. When we saw this, that's where it was you got to get to the first 5,000. And the last day, to be honest, like Aaron said, when it went to 6,000, is because they were sitting at about 4,700, 4,800 when the morning started. And they said, hey, it's not fair that we're all pushing hard. And oops, it happened right in the middle of the afternoon. One guy was 5,001. He's not in. When we're telling people get in and you're going to get it. So they said, hey, it's by the end of midnight on June 9th or whatever that day was. And we had 1,100 DBOs join that day, one day, 20% growth in a single day of the company because of this promotion was ending, right? We got to October 31st, which we thought this innovative program was done, right? Blew out of the water again, huge growth because of what the power of this is. So the ability for every single person on this call right now today, who's already a founder, can be a founder, or anybody you talk to in the next 26 days can become a founder for life, right? It's not just about you get a 2-to-1 because you're in now. What if you become a manager next month? What if you become a senior manager 6 months from now? What if you became a vice president 2 years from now? And then you're getting a 20-to-1. The power of that is remarkable. No one does it, right? So let's put some numbers on it. A lot on the screen. I'm going to have you focus on a little bit of detail right here, right? What we're just going to talk about is really the swipes. This is what I want you to understand, okay? As the whole picture goes, you're looking at swipe commission. You're looking at monthly DBO grant, right? The per head DBO grant that's in there. The monthly community bonus pool. This is not calculating the Evermore. That's coming soon in the future, more money. This is not counting the Go grants. This is not the operator grants. This is not the manager grants, more money, right? Those are the building things. We're talking about the passive residual minus the Evermore card of the swipes and the size of your organization, okay? So if you were just yourself, right? And you're an operator and you went out and got some customers, right? If you just got 3 customers, okay, because it's yourself swiping, 3 customers. If you got 3 customers, you're making a couple bucks a month. But what if you got 15 customers as an operator and you're a founder now, right? 15 customers, no DBOs. Well, the company is going to give you 2-to-1. That's 30. Plus your 15. So 45 customers, right? So you're $5 a month. So we got to do one, I think. You're $5 a month. Just jump by $50 a month. $600 bonus for the year because you're a founder, right? Let's do this back again. What if you became a manager at 3 DBOs? You're not a manager. A year from now, this is a manager, right? They're getting 24 bucks a month in swipes, but you're a founder. You're a founding manager. Your DBOs that came on board are founding DBOs, right? So if minimum, they just become commission qualified to get the 3, minimum, right? They're getting matched 6-to-1 or 2-to-1. So a 6 plus a 3, right? So this is 10 now. You're doubling your money. It's 100% raise just by being a founder. And these are small numbers, all right? So let's talk a little bit bigger. What if you became senior manager? 3 get 9. We did training a week or 2 ago. 3, 9, 27, right? How to get to manager, how to get to VP quickly, how to do it perfect math. You became a senior manager, small group, right? Years from now, you're making 90 bucks in swipes, but you're a founder. So again, minimum, just commission qualified, you just got an extra $130 bonus per month. But I guarantee every single one on this call, hopefully, had a goal to probably have a team of 12 by the end of the year. If you had a team of 3, 5, 10, that's fine, right? But let's stretch a little bit. What if you had a goal of 12 people, okay? And if what Aaron said came true, that's the cutoff. There's no more DBOs. That's it. You can only get customers from here on out. Hypothetical, right? That's not really going to happen, but hypothetical if it did. How many of us would go get customers next year? All of us. Well, what if you went out and you're a senior manager? So again, you're getting a 10-to-1 match on your customers. Your managers are getting a 5-to-1 match on their customers, right? Let's say next year, total year, 12 months from now, type in the chat. I'm going to watch it for 30 seconds. Type in the chat. How many customers? I see one already. I commit to have 20. How many customers? If I give you a year, 12 months, a Z Club's out, rocking and rolling, products we want. Banks are awesome. It's $25 for per year for the customer. Type in the chat. How many customers could we really have in a year? Give me a year of a good Z Club. 200, 300, 100. Okay, 50. All realistic numbers. 1,500. I would love that. Right? 100, 200 is kind of the basis. Okay. Now, let's just say on the low side, it's 100. A lot of you said 200 to 300, which I truly believe we'll have hundreds of personal customers next year. Once the Z Club's rocking and rolling, piece of cake to get people in, right? They're easily going to see hundreds of dollars of value per month to spend $25 for the year. So if it's a manager, right, which you're a senior manager, you bring in 100, that's 1,000 customers they're giving you. 10-to-1, remember? So if you senior managers out there that told me you're going to get 100 people, the company's going to give you 1,000 customers. Who are they? Those are the influencers. Make-A-Wish Foundation, LeBron James Foundation, the RNC, the DNC, the Lady Gaga Foundation. Tens of millions of customers are going to become a transit card through this influencer program. And they're giving them to us for free, just for doing our job. No other company does this. Okay. So you that told me already, you're going to get 100, that's 1,000. You're a couple of managers on your team, that's 500 per manager. The DBOs, just the DBO, you get 100 customers, it's 200 customers, right? So we take the average. Again, you got 1,000 yourself, you got 3 managers at 500, that's 1,500, 2,500 total, plus 9 DBOs. 9 DBOs, 100 each, it's another 1,000. So you're sitting at 3,500 total TCMs. Just if everyone got 100 in 12 month span. Okay. So simple math, easy math. 12 divided by 3,500 is about, give or take, I'm going to round up a little bit, 3,600, is about 300 customers per DBO on average. Right? My math following, Aaron? Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Looks good.
So we got that, right? This is not I have thousands of people in my organization. I have hundreds of DBOs. I'm a vice president. This is none of that yet. This is strictly, I'm a senior manager, a team of 12 founders, and give me a year to go build out my TCMs. Okay? Ready to be shocked?
Do it. Boom.
You're making a 6-figure income residual on 12 DBO size team.
Crazy.
Just 12. 12 DBOs.
Founders.
12 founders. For you vice presidents out there, you want to hit vice president, you have a couple team right now. You got 4, 5, 10 people in your team right now. You're a senior manager. You want to hit vice president, you want to get a vice president founder, so to say, right? So you have a team of founders, hit vice president, and then stop and give me a year. Check this out. $250,000 a year.
Actually, Brett, you got to change the senior manager to 8 basis
Oh.
points.
Sorry.
And you got to change the DBO over there too. Yes. Yeah, you're way off.
Sorry. $400,000 a year as a minimalistic VP. You have 39 DBOs in your whole organization. And all you did was go get customers next year. But I don't mean to burst your bubble. Okay. And again, the VP community bonus is a huge part. When we talked about, day one, there was no community bonus pool. There wasn't 12,500 as a VP residual. It was swipes and it was the DBO head. That's what we were going after when we were building the founder pool, right? So look at this number here. Okay. So again, like I talked about, we're exponentially growing all these numbers. So instead of the matches, if they're not founders, right? So next year, someone comes in February and builds to this size of a team, and they're getting a 1-to-1, a 2-to-1, a 3-to-1 match, not 10x match, right? This is probably cancel. This is probably only a 30. So look at right here, 23,000 a month in swipes by being a founding VP or some a VP next year. You lost 21 grand a month.
Wow.
By being in now. So when we talk about timing, talking about an opportunity, talking about wanting to share this with the world, there's no better time than now. And we truly have a gift we can give for life to be a founder with this company.
That's incredible, Brett. I mean, you making 10% of what the potential is if everybody's a founder in that scenario. You make it 10% of your income. That's crazy.
Or it's 1,000% raise, however you want to see it.
Yeah. Wow. I've never seen you do
Any
that.
other numbers you want me to show?
I've never seen you do that, brother. I haven't seen that.
I did that tonight with AJ right before this. So that's,
Man.
that's why I did that.
I love that. I love that. No, listen, I don't think you need to go any further, Brett, right? I mean, you know, everybody can understand the power of that. There's people on here that have, you know, besides obviously, you know, myself, you, Lila, you know, I know Eric is on here. I know Jan's on. I know Jan has 500 plus people on her team as a VP.
Yep.
You know, I know Erica has a lot. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I know there's a lot of people on here that have a lot of people on their team. So I know they're looking at this 39 number as a VP and they're like, what? Like 39. Some of these people have 500 and they're like, whoa, what's the possibility of that? And a lot of them are already founders, right? So that's just, it's the potential for this. I hope that all of you guys are really understanding this and seeing this. I know some of you guys are texting me and messaging me saying this is powerful, and it is very powerful to see it, right? Because it's all about seeing it. When people talk about, you know, oh, you know, the founder and you get this multiplier, you know, you really don't understand it until you see it like this. So incredible.
And so to finish that, I would say to everybody, go back to that number you wrote down on a piece of paper. Was your number 10? We talked about it, right? 12, right? You can make $250,000 a year with 12 and go get a bunch of customers. 39 people, go to a bunch of customers. Was your number 50? Or is your number 100? What's your number? And like Aaron's wife said, go get that number. I said, let's go get that number. Let's collectively work together. We're doing the Zooms. We got 15 plus presentations a week to plug into. The company is doing the work, the behind the scenes, the leaders are doing the work to help us all build this. And the only thing we did 7 months ago was peak interest, show them the opportunity of what this is going to become, and get them to a live Zoom, answer questions. Nothing has changed of how to do this, right? I feel like a lot of us have more eye-opening of, I wish we had, or why don't we have yet, right? When we built this back in May, we didn't have any of this anyways. We didn't have, you know, a Z Club yet. We didn't have the community bonus pool to be able to leverage, hey, look at the residual you can make. We didn't have a lot back then, but we built on the concept of what Transact Card is doing. That is not changing. And I think I have more belief now that they're going to pull it off than I have ever before because of what they're doing, because of what they're bringing, because of, you know, a lot of stuff that Peter's been talking about and what they're bringing to the table. I have more faith now that it's going to come to fruition. So why not go all in the next 26 days, hit that number, which you want to hit. If after seeing that calculator, your number went up a couple of people, then that's okay too, right? But go hit those numbers. This is something that is a for life match, that it's truly going to create that generational wealth they talk about. Some people think, how can I get to those numbers? How can I have hundreds of DBOs or thousands of customers in my team? Two ways. One, you don't know who you don't know. Might bring on a, you know, like Aaron said, an MJ or a Lila that brings in hundreds and thousands of people. You don't know. Number two, the match. You don't have to go get thousands. You got to get a couple dozen. maybe 100, and get those matches. And that is what kickstarts this program. So stoked for it. That's, I think, the driving force of what we need to focus on is helping to share that gift, because every single person we bring on board from now until the end of the year has that same gift of that match or life.
Whoops.
Love it, Brett. Thanks, brother. That was awesome. I hope you guys hope you guys are as stoked as I am. That's the first time I've seen that exact thing, Brett. I appreciate that. So hey, what I want to do.
All right, you guys, I love that calculator. It is, it brings everything to light, what we have in our hands. And just so you know, we are very, very close to having that virtual card that is going to have all of us swiping again. I'm talking like just days away that we are going to have this card. I do have a little insight. So take my word, something great is happening. We are going to have the virtual card in our hands very, very soon. So I know those numbers look huge to some of you. We have, what did they say? 25 days, right around there, 25 days from today to go out and bring those founders on, because that is going to make a huge difference. It's going to be great after the 31st as well. But right now we have something in our hands that's a huge gift. Those influencers are already signed with us. I mean, I know a lot of us are saying, well, gosh, we've never seen anything like this happen before. Is it true? How is it going to be? Make-A-Wish Foundation is the one I always use in my presentations. They already have 2 million customers wanting this card. Okay. They did a survey. They have 2 million people ready to go. So those 2 million people need a place to go. The company does not have a house account. So take that and run with it, you guys. Make it just like we have 26 days. And then from that day on, you can't sign up another DBO. You can't sign up another TCM. Nah, that's never going to happen. We got lots of days to sign up TCMs. But I just want you all to see that we have something in our hands that nobody has ever had in their hands before. And this is not selling a product. This is using something that every single one of us use every single day of our life, a card. All we have to do is move money from one account to another, and boom, go out and pay your bills, buy your groceries, do the things that we do. As soon as we can start swiping the card, we are going to have swipe register. It's going to start showing up on our register all over again. Those of us that have started early, we know this was actually a reality. We had a register that showed us that we were earning swipe dollars. $5 or 5 cents here, 6 cents there, 10 cents there. Yeah, they were cents, but they added up pretty quick. And that's how the banks have been building those big buildings. We talk about it on the presentations all the time. Those merchant fees are how the big banks build their buildings. And now we, the people, finally get a portion of it. I'm so excited that you all are part of this right along with me. This journey is going to be incredible, you guys. So take these last 26 days and don't sit on what we have. As many of us on the screen know, this industry has always been known for December being the slowest month. Don't make it the slowest month with Transact Card. Go out there, get your DBOs, get your TCMs, and get them part of the Founders Club like the rest of us. Thanks, Steve, for putting that post out there. And it just came in exact play. Who knew that Brett was going to do a call last night that would explain the numbers? Obviously, we have access to that calculator as well. We haven't been given the go ahead to give it to other people, just because the guy who invented the calculator or put it together still wants to make sure with the company that he's okay and compliant with that. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you, all the leaders, for giving their stories, and we will continue to do that next week. We'll call on some other leaders. I see you, Tomas and Yenny. You'll be right there too. You guys are doing great out there in Florida, building an amazing, massive team. That Yenny, whoo, she is a go-getter. She's a go-getter. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming. We'll see you next week. We'll see you on Saturday morning for Michael's training at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Okay. Bring your team members. It's going to be great. Thank you all. Talk to you soon.
Night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
you.